See the street stocks on the racetrack there. First round of practice here tonight. They'll take a couple of laps to get them fired up. There's Stephen Holbaugh out of Riverview, Florida, the number 75. Stephen has had a pretty good weekend thus far. Had a few troubles last night, but he's got her back together. Stephen Holbaugh in that number 75 car. There's Thomas Pratt out of Dover, Florida, in the number 22. He picked up an All-Star Performance gift certificate. Thomas Pratt out of Dover, Florida, in the number 22. Jeff Parsons out of Union Grove, North Carolina, the number 44 car. Incredible performance last night in his heat race. Picked up the win. This thing was absolutely perfect. In the number 44, once again, Jeff Parsons. Brad Langford out of Ruskin, Florida. He's in the number 46. Brad Langford in the number 46. Robbie Mooneyham, first timer here tonight out of Sumter, South Carolina. He's going to be in the number 11. There's Tim Powers out of Okeechobee, Florida, the Paul Bang Roofing, number 44. '73, Stephen Deinhardt, the New York driver, on board tonight. Brian Foreman on board in the number 24 from Florence, Mississippi. Foreman's out in this one. Patrick Meniga, the number 16 from right here in Ocala. Mike Stonecker. in the number 9. Ivan and Lloyd Jr., the SRE Electric number 21 from Ocala, Florida as well. Ivan and Lloyd Jr. in the number 21 in turn number 2. Stoniker quick in this one with a 2:0840. Stoniker with a 2:0341. Quick in that one. Then it's going to be Steven Deinhardt, the Deposit New York driver, Chris Livernoy, and Tim Powers. Tyler Worley in the 45 XXX, Jason Gamble. The tall, cool one from Ocala, the number 77. Dannon Lacoste in the number 91. Devin McLeod in the number 21, another recipient of the contingency awards tonight. Jason Garver in the number 27. Fans, the King of the Streets apparel is still available. They got some cool hats and t-shirts. So after tonight's action, Jeff wants everybody to head down to the pit area. Take advantage of these while they're available. He's got a ton of shirts left, beautifully screen-printed t-shirts commemorating the 2025 King of the Streets. Make sure you pick them up at the Bash Racing trailers down there with Jeff Stoniker. Michael Santangelo is in this one with Hayden Moran, the defending 2024 winner. Best lap in that one's going to go to the 45 of Tyler Worley, a 19.259. Devin McLeod, second quick with a 1.9744. Then it's Hayden Moran and Dannon Lacoste, the only 4 drivers thus far in that 19-second bracket. So Worley on top with a 2.59. she'll know. Oh, there we go, Bubba. Banjo Duke is joining us tonight at Manning, South Carolina in the number 711, Mickey Trosclair. He's back in the 521. Jeff Conyers in the 47, and finally Chad Thrash in the number 1. Group number 4. Rod Tucker is here tonight. Made the trip from Greenville, South Carolina in the number 12T. So we'll go with Mickey Trosclair, Nevin Gainey, Chris Walker, Justin Scarberry, Rod Tucker out of Greenville, beautifully prepared number 12 T-car as he makes his way to turn number 1. We're going to fire him up. $19,461 for Nevin Gainey. Jeff Conyers is going to be quick, though, with a 238. Jeff Conyers quick in that group with a 19238. So we are getting so close. Beautifully prepared racetrack. Justin Rogers in the number 95, Heath Walker in the 55, Devin Walker, his young son, in the 55 junior, Tyler Nicely, Jimmy Wagner, Johnny Allen, and Rich Pratt in the 0. Heath Walker and Devin Walker, father and son duo from Mayo, Florida. Rich Pratt is going to be in that 18-second bracket, a 6.80. Then Tyler Nicely with an 18.937. Modifieds for the P.J. Wiggins Memorial. Corey Hupp out of Popka, Florida, the Larry Shaw prepared Kevin Hupp race car right there, the 222. Good to see Corey with us. Talk about a shoestring. This is a father and son out of Popka, Florida. They work so hard. This car is always fast, usually a top 5 race car. From heat racing all the way to the feature, and something always happens. Young Corey has cut his teeth on these tracks here in Central Florida since he was a young man. Great to see this father and son duo here with us tonight. This is Corey Hupp in the 222. Brad DeYoung in the number 7 car. Clay Harris in the Boswell Oil number 6. Rob Fuqua in the 3 car. There we go. Here we go. Clay Harris quick with a 1.7668. Clay Harris, the Jupiter, Florida driver. 1.7668. So he's in that 17-second deal. Chase Holland In the 45, then Brad DeYoung, Jared Hughes, and Jason Cox. Group 2, the 73 of Mark Rhodes out of West Chicago, Illinois. Pete Brunton out of Thurman, Ohio. He'll be in the 06 over in turn 1. There is Panama City, Florida's New Vision Graphics Discount Towing, number 72 of Todd Nyheiser. 232 out of Statesville, North Carolina. This is going to be Austin Self in turn 1.
Coming into turn 3 right now. Green on the 73. Let's start picking them up, guys. Here we go.
Morrisville, North Carolina is number 33, Hex. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Strickler in the K car. BJ Wiggins, Memorial 2025. Young Kyle Wiggins in the number 20. At Dwayne Paul Motorsports effort out of Callahan, Florida. Todd Nyheiser with a 17355. These guys have been thrashing on this car for the last 2 nights. Kyle Strickler with a 17667. Rob Fuqua in this one. I think it's Jimmy Lennox Jr. in the 11. The 66 of Cole Falloway from Owensboro, Kentucky. Three something. Oh, yeah, Denny Schwartz driving a Fuqua car, the 321. There it is. So Denny Schwartz out of Ashmore, Illinois in the 321. Nyheiser still on top with a 17.355. Cole Falloway now up into the second fast qualifying spot. 17567. Practice, that is. Then it's going to be 17.667. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we welcome all of you to Ocala Speedway for the 2025 P.J. Wiggins Memorial for the UMP Dirt Car Modifieds and the 2025 King of the Streets for the Street Stocks. At this time, we'd like to ask that all of you please rise. Gentlemen will remove their lids. We will stand for our invocation, and please remain standing for our national anthem. Pray with me if you'd like. Dear Heavenly Father, tonight we come together in your grace. We come together because of your peace, because of your strength, because of everything that you allow us to do. Father, tonight we just ask to lift up the Taylor family, Shane and Sean, very special racers with us as they said goodbye to their mom, Debbie Tootin Shepherd. Ladies and gentlemen, and we know that Debbie is seated at your right hand, born October 29th in Miami, Florida, as she passed away at age 69. Shane and Sean will always remember you. We'll keep you in our prayers here, and we look for the peace for you. Father, tonight we thank you for the Wiggins family. We thank you for PJ and all of the accomplishments and everything he left behind. We thank you for all of our great sponsors, all of the great people that make this sport possible, and we thank you for all of our fans. Father, continue to be with us and all of those who are less fortunate. We ask this in your name, your Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Again, welcome to Ocala Speedway. Our next order of business will be qualifying. The modifieds will be making their way out here in just a moment. We will get underway here tonight. So what we're going to do time trials for the modifieds, and then we'll move into their feature event later. And then, of course, we will undergo 6 qualifying heat races for the street stocks, where we will continue to build the field up into 2B mains. So it's going to be an exciting night. We're so glad you're with us. Fans, just a quick note, maybe you can help us out tonight. Any trash that you might accumulate, please put it in a receptacle. It'll help our crew out so much. They don't want to be here at the end of the night in 20-degree temperatures. Nonetheless, help us out wherever you can. We got great food. Don't forget Snyder's Concessions, giant pork tenderloins available. We've got funnel cake, elephant ears. Steve's got some delicious strawberry shortcake throughout the entire racetrack. So take advantage of all of it. We got pizza, pretzels, coffee, everything for you. So take advantage of all that. Just a couple of minutes, we'll set our field and we'll be underway.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road. Their experts can keep you on the track and in the lead no matter what type of racing you do. Hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Race Car Engineering, 800-882-7231.
For 45 years of experience, Buzzy Racing has mastered the art of drivetrain specialties, spanning from dirt to asphalt tracks. You're not just a customer, but a valued member of our family, embraced by the tradition and passion embedded in every Buzzy build. We cover everything from rebuilding and selling drivetrain components, offering custom Buzzy parts, steering box services, and ensuring top-notch maintenance and support for braking systems. We are committed to excellence in helping racers maintain a competitive edge on the track. Get it Buzzy built.
All right, we're going to go as street stock qualifying. They're going to put 3 cars on the lap on the track at the same time. Worked out very well. As these cars get lined up, ready to bring the clock to life here tonight. Top 2 are going to be locked in. Top 2 quick qualifiers will be locked into tonight's A main feature, paying $7,500. We'll send the first 3 cars. It'll be Brad Langford first in the number 46 out of Ruskin, Florida. Tim Powers will be the second car. Behind him, the Paul Bank Roofing number 44 from Okeechobee. And finally, the 44P of Jeff Parsons. First 3 cars on the racetrack, bringing the clock to life for the King of the Street, Street Stocks. Langford with a 19529. Tim Powers a 18323. And Parsons a 18469. Langford's second lap a 19432. So Powers an 18.323, best lap for him tonight. Parsons a 18469, his best lap, and Langford with a 19432. Here's the 95, our Justin Rogers. Justin Rogers in the number 95 from Plant City, Florida. Part of our local contingent. There's Rich Pratt. The AP Auto Sales Grabe Motorsports number 0, the Grabe Farms effort. Rogers with a 19848. Nevin Gainey out there as well in the number 27. Rich Pratt a 18535. Michael Santangelo 19207. So Nevin will be next. Michael Santangelo 19207. Pratt's best lap number 2 of 18456. Santangelo 18977. Here comes Nevin Gainey in the number 27. Thomas Pratt will join the gang in the number 22. And here's Danny Lacoste in the number 91. Justin Rogers 19475. Danny Lacoste 19137. And Thomas Pratt with a 19345. Chad Thrash will join the gang on the racetrack in that number 1 car. Chris Livernoy in the number 70 from Dover, Florida. And that's Rod Tucker in the number 12T. Chad Thrash 18710. Chris Livernoy with a 18929. Chad Thrash with a 18687. Livernois makes it a little bit better with a 18812. I'm giving you the best of 2 laps here tonight. 18812 for Chris Livernois.
Get on it. Get on it.
Rod Tucker, the newcomer from Greenville, South Carolina, with a 18309. He's going to be quick so far. Jeff Conyers in the 447. Banjo Duke in the number 711. And the 45 of Hayden Moran. Duke's going to be quick with a 18305. Good Lord. Then it's going to be Jeff Conyers, 18520. Johnny Allen in the number 98. Caden Jackson in the number 05. $19691 for Johnny Allen. Caden Jackson, 18400. That's Jimmy Wagner with a 18985. Caden Jackson, better on lap 2 with a 18227. Rodney Wing in the number 12. Ivan and Lloyd in the number 21 with a 18255. Ivan and Lloyd second quick with a 18255 still. Now he's going to be quick time, 18133 for Ivan and Lloyd. Rodney Wing, a 18791. Quick qualifier right now is going to be Ivan and Lloyd with a 18133. Second group getting formed up in the infield for their qualifying attempts. Yankee boy, you should be here. We're going with group 2 here in just a moment. We're going to go 3 at a time. You've done that before, Yankee. Good to hear from you, my friend. Street stocks will be a regular division here in 2025 at Ocala Speedway.
Push him now. Perfect. Thank you.
Brandon Elwood from Ocala, Florida, the number 87, the first one to trip the clock on the front straightaway of this 3-car group. Elwood with a 19489. Cody Allen in the number 68 car. $19296 for Elwood. And Stephen Deinhardt with a 18663. Justin Scarberry, the number 24, making his way towards the back straightaway. Jason Gamble, the tall, cool one, in the number 77. Scarberry in the 24. And the 21 at Devin McLeod. Gamble 18944 on lap number 1. Scarberry a 20. McLeod a 19074. Gamble makes it a bit better with a 18869. His best of 2, 18869 for Jason Gamble. Scarberry with a 20113 and Devin McLeod a 19039. Stephen Holbaugh will be in the number 75. Yeah, Stephen got a little tail happy over there in turn number 4, but he was able to recover. Jason Garver in that number 27, a 18575. Holbaugh with a 19314. 18936. And Heath Walker out of Mayo, Florida, 19418. Garver 18835, his best of two. Heath Walker a 19168. And Holbaugh with a 19154. Ivan at Lloyd, quick qualifier right now with a 18133. Then it's Caden Jackson and Banjo Duke. Mickey Trosclair in the number 521, Carl Kilgore the fourth, and the 5 of Tyler Nicely. How about a 17816? 17816. That's Tyler Nicely in that number 5. Mickey Trosclair a 18577 and Kilgore a 19048. Nicely 17857. Here's Brian Foreman in the number 24. The 55 of Devin Walker. And Sterling Hughes in the number 11. Keep calling that Spencer. I don't know where Sterling's coming from. My apologies. Spencer Hughes in the 11S with a 17948. Devin Walker a 18833. And Brian Foreman a 18344. Spencer Hughes, a very respectable 17963 for his quick lap tonight. This will be Hayden Moran in the number 45. Patrick Meninga in the number 16. And the 05 of Josh Jones. $18988 for Patrick Meninga. Hayden Moran with a 18373. And Josh Jones with a 19253. $18215 for Hayden Moran. He'll stand on that one. And Josh Jones with a 19239. Mike Stoniker in the number 9X. Jamie Boland in the number 311. (18274) for Jamie Boland, 19088 for Mike Stoniker. And Robbie Mooneyham in Sumter, South Carolina, the number 11. That'll be a 19128. Here's Ronald Rhodes in the number 23. And the one of Johnny Stokes. This will be Stokes in the 1 car and Ronald Rhodes in the number 23. Rhodes, first lap, a 19452. Johnny Stokes, a 19472. Tyler Nicely, your quick qualifier tonight with a 17816 in that number 5 car. The 11 of Spencer Hughes will be second fast with a 17948. Those only 2 cars in the 17-second range. Then you go to Ivan and Lloyd, third quick with a 18133. Hayden Moran in the number 45 with a 18215. And finally, Caden Jackson in the number 05 with a 18227.
For 45 years of experience, Buzzy Racing has mastered the art of drivetrain specialties, spanning from dirt to asphalt tracks. You're not just a customer, but a valued member of our family, embraced by the tradition and passion embedded in every Buzzy build. We cover everything from rebuilding and selling drivetrain components, offering custom Buzzy parts, steering box services, and ensuring top-notch maintenance and support for braking systems. We are committed to excellence in helping racers maintain a competitive edge on the track. Get it Buzzy built.
This is what you save your lunch money for. Welcome to the High Limit
So Todd Nyheiser, a 17077. Jared Hughes, a 17077, or 16,975 for Jeff Matthews. Then a 17621 for Jared Hughes. 16762 for Todd Nyheiser. He'll climb to the top. Don't say that so fast, because it's Matthews with a 16,761, 1/100th of a second quicker. So the top three right now, Jeff Matthews, Todd Nyheiser, and Jared Hughes. I don't know, Bubba, were you expecting 16s tonight? I mean, you know the track.
No, they're on a rail right now. They're on a rail, and Matthews has got good stuff. In the first night, the high side tickler ran the 33 car.
This will be Cole Zarneski with a 16,970. That's three cars right now, Bubba. Then it's Jared Hughes, Mark Rhodes, Greg Bellier with an 18.
They're bringing in that high side. Jeff Matthews sits atop in the 16s with the 33 car so far. Then the 12 and the 21, top three.
Chase Holland with a 17,346. Jimmy Lennox Jr. an 844. And Denny Schwartz with a 17673.
I don't know what the track record and modifieds are here.
We'll go to the statistician for that. So it's Matthews right now, a 16,761.
Candace, our statistician, well, she just does pretty much everything around here. And she's now been assigned winner circle duty as well.
Absolutely.
She nails it.
She does.
Her levels are a little hot. I had to turn her down last night, but that's just based out of pure excitement.
Strickler can't do it, man. A 17,154. He's way off from the boss anyway. Rob Fuca in the number 3F, a 685. That's a 17,685. And there's Wade Olmstead, the De Leon Springs, Florida driver with a 18762. Here comes Corey Hupp out of Apopka, Florida, the young man.
$15,859 is the track record. The professor Ivan and Lloyd. 15,859. I don't know that we'll ever get there. I mean, the tires are different now. We might have gotten close to the street stock. What is street stock? 1734. What was Ivan's street? What was his record?
15859 back in 2013.
1589.
Oh, at the rudiment. Corey Hupp, 18456. Austin Self in the number 232 with a 17400. Kyle Wiggins, a 17893.
And you got to know with back in 2013 when Ivan had the record, the modifieds were allowed. I think a 4 or 6 inch spoiler, and they could groove and sipe their tires.
True.
And the tire compounds changed, so I mean they couldn't get there. They have actually better motors and better equipment, better shocks nowadays. It's just that the tire is everything.
This was a totally different surface then too.
Oh yeah.
Totally different. I mean, you were still getting lime rock out of this thing.
Right.
In 2013. So here's Cole Falloway, heat race winner last night. Pete Brunton in the number 06. How about a 16949 for Falloway?
16.4 is getting down there now.
16822 for Falloway. Falloway goes to third quick with that 16822, all behind Matthews and Todd Nyheiser.
Boy, it'd be good to see the 33 win something here. It's been a while.
It's long overdue. I think it owes him something.
It's been a while. He's had some good changes in his life. Maybe some new luck here at Ocala Speedway is one of the great things that are going to happen for
or at least finish ahead of Kyle. Here's Gator Highs in the number 15, Glenn Stiers.
Clay Harris looks like he's hauling the mail. The 6, Clay Harris looks like he is hauling the mail.
Busted a shock on that thing last night, fixed it this morning.
This will be his first time coming up here right now.
Oh, you ain't lying. 16887. Here's Stiers, the sprint car driver. 17776.
Now don't forget, we're not heat racing modifieds tonight, so they're going to get a set of hot laps.
Oh, 16728 for Clay Harris.
Clay Harris.
Good Lord.
Ooh. Don't forget, no heats for the modifieds tonight. We're going to go right to from qualifying. We'll give them some hot laps, and then they're going straight up. Is it 50 laps? I think 50 laps for the PJ Wiggins tonight. 50 laps.
Brad DeYoung in the 7. Jason Cox in the number 77. DeYoung, he's flirting with it, 16841. Are you ready for Brad DeYoung, a 16620? Good Lord.
Top 3, the 7, the 6, and Jeff Matthews.
Good Lord. Brad DeYoung, Clay Harris, Jeff Matthews, Nyheiser. Woof. Good Lord. Man, that's getting there. 620.
Throw a blanket over all 3 of those. Front row being the 6 and the 7, with Matthews, second row inside.
Ray Rogers in the number 78. $18035 for Ray Rogers' first attempt. $18023 for Ray Rogers. Well, let's give it to you. Brad DeYoung in the number 7 with a 16620. Clay Harris, 16728, second fast. Then it's going to be Jeff Matthews with his 761. And finally, Todd Nyheiser with a 762. And then Jason Garver, he'll round out the top 5 quick qualifiers with a 16803. Brad DeYoung going home with an extra $500 for his quick qualifying attempt. Oh, God. Street stock heat races. Got 6 of them for you here tonight. They're going to be 8 laps. 3 are going to move on to tonight's A feature. Starting in the top spot, heat race number 1 is going to be the 21 of Ivan and Lloyd alongside Okeechobee, Florida's Tim Powers. Tyler Worley will pick up the 3rd spot out of St. Genevieve, Missouri, and Cody Allen, the North Fort Myers driver, in the number 68. Starting in the 5th spot, the 777, that's going to be Carl Kilgore IV out of Greenville, Mississippi, alongside Theriot, Louisiana's Danon Lacoste. Then finally, Brad Langford out of Ruskin, Florida, in the number 46. We'll show the field 1 and be green the next time by out of turn number 4. Once again, Ivan and Lloyd, Tim Powers on the front row, then Tyler Worley, Cody Allen, Carl Kilgore IV, Danon Lacoste, and Brad Langford. Ivan and Lloyd, perhaps arguably more laps around this track than anybody on the property. Brings them to life at a turn number 4, Powers, Kilgore, and Cody Allen. Ivan and Lloyd, one of those top 3 quick qualifiers tonight. But look at Tim Powers, gunning for the spot now on the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Tyler Worley now, he's going to squeeze to the inside for the 2nd spot. Three-car break as they enter turn number 2. Ivan and Lloyd leading the fray. Then it's going to be Tyler Worley back in the 2nd spot. Powers trying to answer back on the outside. He'll draw up enough steam to go side by side with Worley. But Worley stays 2nd. Not for long as Worley goes low. Gets the car crossed up and Powers will take advantage. Powers into the 2nd spot now. Then it's going to be Kilgore the 4th. Kilgore battling from the trenches back there as he rides back in the 4th spot.
Professor is checked out.
Yeah, you take a look at him. I mean, he's built this on the last 3 nights. It has culminated into what he's doing tonight. Almost as if he was just trying to get this thing perfect, and that is exactly what he's done right now. Track is perfect for the Professor.
Good battle for 2nd.
On the move, Tim Powers feeling the heat as Tyler Worley continues to show his teeth now, trying to take that 2nd spot away. Powers will swat him away one more time in turn number 4.
Tim's taking that slightly higher line in 2.
Hey, here comes Worley, though. Worley now to the inside, but Powers is going to flash by on the outside. So Powers back into the runner-up spot at the halfway point. It's still Ivan and Lloyd. Look at this. Lockstep formation, side by side, they continue. Inches apart, and Powers using that outside lane and just steams his way back to the lead now in turn 3.
It's that new material we put in turn 2. If they catch it just right, they get good grip.
Here's Worley again, Bubba, trying to shoehorn his way to the inside of Powers.
He's going to hit this grip right here. Watch.
Boy, he really does. He gets a jettison off of turn number 2 and just pulls away. Easy win, though, for Ivan and Lloyd Jr. 2nd spot still contested, and it's going to be Tim Powers. The 3rd spot, Tyler Worley. 4th is going to be Kilgore. 5th will be Danon Lacoste. Then the 48 of Brad Langford. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ocala, Florida, the number 21, Ivan and Lloyd Jr. gets the win. 2nd will go to Tim Powers. Tyler Worley, those 3 cars moving on here tonight. Heat race number 2 appearing on the racetrack. It'll be Hayden Moran, the 2024 King of the Streets out of Richland, Mississippi, alongside young Devin Walker from Mayo, Florida. Jeff Conyers in the 47, Rodney Wing, the Meridian, Mississippi promoter, in the number 12, Mike Stolnicker in the SRE Electric number 9X. Stephen Holbaugh, the Riverview, Florida driver, thrashing all weekend long in the number 75. And finally, from Lincolnton, North Carolina, the number 23 of Ronald Rhodes. Here we go, heat race number 2. Thinking about going 3 wide. Devin Walker thinks better of that as he slides back to the 3rd spot as they enter turn number 3. They snatch the lead away from him. They go 3 wide for a brief moment in turn number 4, but it's Hayden Moran after once around. Rodney Wing smells the blood in the water. Here he comes to the inside now for the lead. Moran on the outside. Rodney Wing working the inside lane as he tries to squeeze his way to the inside down to the bottom, and it's going to be Wing now with the lead. Hayden Moran faced the challenge, and he has been kicked back to the 2nd spot. Thinking about squeezing to the inside over in turn 3, back for the lead. He's going to hold off for now. Devin Walker still rides 3rd, but he's under attack from the 47 of Conyers, who just smacked the wall out of turn number 4. They are beating that wall up in turn 4. Let me tell you, sparks flying. Stallner can't get any forward momentum as he runs back in the 5th spot. Kind of stalled out back there. He can't do anything with this 4-car train making its way to turn 4, led by Rodney Wing. Wing in firm command of this one tonight. Hayden Moran riding 2nd. Devin Walker trying to get a foothold on that 2nd spot. He can't do it. Halfway for Rodney Wing. Field is settled into somewhat of a nose-to-tail formation as the white flag flies for Rodney Wing. Moran still with a rear window full of Devin Walker. But Walker unable to close the deal. The easy win's going to go to Rodney Wing tonight. Hayden Moran will hold on for the 2nd spot, and 3rd will be Devin Walker. Then it's the 47 of Conyers, Stoniker in the 9, Ronald Rhodes in the 23, and the 75 of Stephen Holbaugh. My good friend and former track promoter of Bulls Gap, Tennessee, from Kingsport, Tennessee, listening on Flow tonight and watching, of course, my man Doug Gillenwater. Doug, it is much better weather tonight. Only expected to be in the perhaps high 30s, maybe 40s. We know it's much better than what you're dealing with in the Volunteer State. But go Vols. Here's heat race number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Caden Jackson in the number 05, Brian Foreman in the 24. Mickey Trosclair in the number 521, 70 of Chris Livernoy, Michael Santangelo in the number 77, and Heath Walker in the number 55. Johnny Stokes, the Columbus, Mississippi driver, in the 1S. Here we go. And they're trying to sort this out for the lead here on lap number 1. Foreman's going to hold on from the pole to lead after 1. Then it's going to be Caden Jackson and Mickey Trosclair. A little scrambling going on towards the back. Michael Santangelo, Livernoy, and Johnny Stokes. Boy, you can see Brian Foreman dialing up that outside lane in turns 1 and 2 as he is able to have plenty of racing room back to the second spot of Caden Jackson. Foreman with 4 to go. Caden Jackson holding on to second. Third, there's no problem back there for the 521 of Mickey Trosclair as he just cruises his way onto the back straightaway. Then it's Santangelo and Livernoy. Boy, tough sledding tonight for Heath Walker from the tail. Just not able to get it done. As Brian Foreman sees 2 to go. White flag for Foreman. Full straightaway advantage over Caden Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Foreman will win. Caden Jackson is your second place finisher. Mickey Trosclair will be third. Santangelo back in the 4th spot. 5th, Chris Livernoy, and then Johnny Stokes and Heath Walker. So the Florence, Mississippi driver Caden Foreman with the win here tonight, the number 24. How about it? So Cuba, Alabama brings us to 311, starting up front in heat race number 4, Jamie Boland. Then it'll be Fort White, Florida's number 27 of Nevin Gainey. Deposit, New York's number 73, that's Stephen Deinhardt. And then, of course, the number 27 from Stark, Florida, Jason Garver. Jimmy Wagner out of Dade City in the 17, and Josh Jones in the number 05. Finally, from Plant City, Florida, the 95, it's going to be Justin Rogers. Here we go at heat race number 4, Jamie Boland and Nevin Gainey. Gainey on the outside, Boland down low. Gainey certainly with much more experience here at this racetrack. But let me tell you, these out-of-staters have taken a shine to this racetrack all weekend long. Look at Boland, though. Boland trying to squeeze Gainey to the outside, but Gainey gets the lead with a gutsy move in turn number 4. Gainey, that's going to be short-lived. Now he's going to try to jettison himself out to the top spot once again.
It's that outside of turn 2 if you know how to navigate it.
It did the same thing Foreman was doing. So Boland pushed back to the second spot. Third's going to be Steven Deinhardt. Then you got to give it to Jason Garver. Man, wouldn't you love to see Garver and Gainey go at it together? Pair of 27s, couple of local boys from North Florida.
Gainey's really taking the high side in turn 1 and 2. Higher than anything we've seen so far tonight. We need to see him in this next lap coming around here. At least the last lap, man, he was mid-track the entire time. A lot of times he'll diamond it off, but check this out. Way up there.
Boland gained a little bit of an advantage that time as he's trying to carve into that lead. But you're right, man. The momentum he gets off of turn number 2, that enables him to keep Jamie Boland at arm's length out of turn number 4. Oh, into the wall, a few sparks there on the right rear. Boland clearly using that inside lane, trying to get some momentum and look for the shortest way around. I don't know if Gainey's falling off a bit or Boland's getting better, but
it should get interesting here with one to go.
He is certainly starting to show his teeth. Here he comes. He actually looked to the inside that time. Watch Boland, though. He will clearly use that inside lane. Look at this. Gets a fender alongside the 27. Final time. Boland knows it's go time, but he is in the transfer if he doesn't force the issue. Steven Deinhardt back in third. Garver gets a reprieve and picks up the win tonight. Boland will finish second. Steven Deinhardt from Deposit, New York will finish in the third spot. Then it'll be Jason Garver, Jimmy Wagner, Josh Jones, and Justin Rogers. Well, joining us tonight for the first time, making the trip from Manning, South Carolina. The top spot in heat race number 5 will be the 7-11 of Banjo Duke. Second position, night 1 winner out of Anthony, Florida, the 0 of Rich Pratt. Then Meridian, Mississippi's number 1 is Chad Thrash. The 11M of Robbie Mooneyham from Sumter, South Carolina. Bellevue, Florida's Patrick Menenga in the number 16. Ocala's number 87 is Brandon Elwood. And finally, from Lehigh, 98, it's Johnny Allen. This thing's packed with local talent. Banjo Duke and Rich Pratt. Rich is going to take him to school here in turn 4. Here we go. Banjo wants his time, and he's got it. Half a car length advantage on the back straightaway. Here comes Pratt, though, on the outside. And he's making it stick in turn 3. A gutsy move for Rich Pratt now. As Duke still stays to the inside, he'll lead him after 1.
Watch Pratt. Oh, he did a crossover.
Big-time crossover. Just swiped the rear bumper of the number 7.
Banjo's got that outside second deal.
He's been watching.
Oh, just got Pratt a little nosy.
Well, you know, Pratt's going to be surgical. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah. Probably next to Ivan. Probably the
most surgical.
Second most laps around here, too, as well.
No doubt. They're door-to-door still.
They're door-to-door, man.
Going at it in turn number 3.
Boy, night one when he beat Devin Moran that was a hell of a show.
Great race. One for the ages. Well, Pratt's still the man in the mirror. This time he lays off about 3 car lengths. Chad Thrash has moved into the 3rd spot. Menninga will ride 4th. So right on the front straightaway, the caution comes out. It's going to be the 98 of Johnny Allen. So the field uses the cone. They determine the restart position. The restart zone is in effect. Banjo Duke likes it. He's learned all about it. He fires on the back straightaway. We're back underway. Banjo Duke, Rich Pratt, Chad Thrash. Rich Pratt tried to get that baseline push back there at turn number 2. Settles in to trail in the tire tracks of Banjo Duke. Here's Pratt again, shoehorning his way to the inside of the number 7 car. Easy win tonight for Banjo Duke. Rich Pratt second. Third is going to be Chad Thrash. Sixth and final heat race for the King of the Streets campaign 2025. Starting up front, his first night with us out of Greenville, South Carolina, the number 12 is Rod Tucker. Union Grove, North Carolina's number 44 is Jeff Parsons. Thomas Pratt is in the number 22, and Jason Gamble in the number 77. Zephyr Hills brings us Devin McLeod in the number 21. Then it's Panama City, Florida's 111 of Chris Walker and Justin Scarberry in the number 24. Rod Tucker showing the way, Jeff Parsons, and then Thomas Pratt. Parsons jumping up top side over in turn 4. Pratt back in third. And the caution is out. That's Justin Scarberry in the number 24 in turn number 4. So the field will bypass the cone on the front straightaway, get into their respective running order. The restart zone will be in effect. The red pole over in turn number 2 is where the leader, Rod Tucker, in this instance, can fire anywhere from there all the way to turn 4. Tucker fires early, and he leaves them all standing tall on the back straightaway. Look at this, Tucker. Jeff Parsons and Thomas Pratt. Check that. That's going to be Jason Gamble trying to surge his way towards there. Devin McLeod, Chris Walker, Justin Scarberry. Look at this. Tucker's getting faster. But Jeff Parsons, we saw his precision moves last night.
And watch him shoot out of 2 here. Ready? Watch.
Yeah, Parsons was probably one of the best handling race cars I've ever seen. Look at this. He's going to cross to the inside for the lead.
That's a slider. Missed it.
Rod Tucker under the gun.
Oh, here it comes.
He is being assaulted now by the 44 of Jeff Parsons. Chris Walker back in third. Devin McLeod fourth. Caution is out. Yep, Chris Walker with problems in the 111. He'll bring it into the infield. Looks like a right front, perhaps, down on the number 111. So Walker elects to take it into the pit area. He'll leave Rod Tucker, Jeff Parsons, Devin McLeod, Jason Gamble, and Justin Scarberry. Pratt is in there as well in the number 22. Well, Rod Tucker's had company at the back door. And it is coming in by the way of Jeff Parsons in that number 44 car. See where Tucker fires this time. Look at this. Jeff Parsons had the lead, but it was short-lived to the inside as Rod Tucker used that outside lane to retake the top spot. This time Tucker says, I will take that top position over in turn number 2. Here's Parsons rather. Oh my gosh, he's going to climb the banking in turn 4 and making it stick. Now he'll plunge to the bottom. Can't do it in turn 1. Trouble for Scarberry. Once again, the number 24 spins in turn 1. Scarberry struggling tonight in the number 24. Something wrong with the right rear on that one. There he's going to pull it off into the pit area. Scarberry's done. 2 laps remaining in this one for Rod Tucker, Jeff Parsons, and Devin McLeod in the number 21. Here we go, Rod Tucker, Jeff Parsons, Devin McLeod back underway. Here comes Devin McLeod now, starting to gnaw on the rear end. Parsons looking low once again, but Rod Tucker knows where the advantage lies, and it's on the outside. Tucker holds him off. Parsons still back in second, and McLeod back in third. Parsons is running out of time. This time he'll try to ride in the tire tracks. Trying to get that run and move to the inside, but can't do it. Rod Tucker is absolutely masterful tonight. This time Parsons clearly gets to the inside, but washes up the racetrack as Rod Tucker gets the easy win. Well, I say easy win, but he got a good win over Jeff Parsons, Devin McLeod, Jason Gamble, Thomas Pratt. Very good qualifying heat race right there for the King of the Streets final heat race of the night. B mains are coming up. Modifieds are going to get a few hot laps before their A main tonight, paying $7,000. So Jimmy Lennox Jr. in the number 11. There's Gator Highs in his number 15 car. Cole Falloway in the number 66. Great runner this weekend. 21 of Cole Zarneski. Mark Rhodes in the number 73 car. Pete Brunton in the number 06. 33 of Jeff Matthews. Second quick qualifier tonight. Jupiter, Florida's Clay Harris in the Boswell Oil number 6 car. Deciding to go with the modified this weekend. You'll see him in a late model here in 2025. 45 is Chase Holland. Chase joined us yesterday. There is P.J. Wiggins, ladies and gentlemen, or Kyle Wiggins in the number 20 car for the P.J. Wiggins Memorial. We're going to put Kyle in the missing man formation. We're going to put him up front tonight when we start our 50-lap A main for the P.J. Wiggins Memorial. Carl Kilgore, Michael Santangelo, Patrick Meninga, Danon Lacoste. First of 2B mains, 12 laps the distance, 2 cars are going to move on. They're going 3 wide already for that top spot over in turn number 2. Onto the backstretch they go. Santangelo, Kilgore, and Meninga.